And we have Masya. And she is reading Srimad Bhagavatam as we are doing, reading Srimad Bhagavatam regularly. And what a wonderful book. Amazing things in there we learn. All right, so we've come together. Let us do our mini Vandanam, which I think you all have with you. The Vandeham, Om Gyan, Vanchakalpa, Namo Maha. All right.
Então, o Daria Lila está aqui conosco também, então vamos fazer nosso pequeno Vandana. Eu acho que a minha conexão está ruim, então eu fui expulso da sala, agora eu voltei, mas qualquer coisa a Nanda Lila pode tomar aqui para mim. Vamos fazer o...
All right, so slowly together. Bandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Pada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vitam Tang Sajivam Sarvetam Savarutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padang Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitangscha Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuran Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Trishe Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So welcome to all of the devotees and sincere seekers from not only Brazil, but also Norway. Tungarasa Devis joined us from Norway. And Renata joined us recently in the last few minutes, and the rest of us, we already said hello. And we introduced Purushottam Prabhu and Audari Leela, who likely you have met before on the Zooms too. And with Leela Moy Prabhu is?
Quem está com você, Leela Moy?
Fala, Prabhu. Dandabat, pessoal.
Dandabat.
Dandabat, Maharaj.
And so you're there in the news center, which I don't remember the name, and I don't have my notebook just beside me with the name in. What was the name of the news center?
Instituto de Bhakti Yoga, Srila Govinda Maharaj.
Okay, in English?
Bhakti Yoga Institute Srila Govinda Maharaj.
Bhakti Yoga Institute. So Srila Govinda Maharaj, Bhakti Yoga Institute.
Yes.
Okay. I make a note now so I remember. Bhakti Yoga Institute. All right, very good. So the days are passing quickly, and today is the 1st of October. Who would believe it, that the year is almost coming to an end?
Então, os dias estão passando rapidamente, nós estamos em 1º de outubro. Quem poderia acreditar que o ano está acabando?
But there is an English expression, and that English expression is, time nor tide waits for no man.
Existe uma expressão em inglês que é o tempo nem a maré esperam por qualquer um.
And that meaning, if you understand it, that time and the tide means the sea, the tide, low tide, high tide, the sea going up and down. It doesn't stop for anybody. It always goes on.
E se nós entendermos o significado disso, primeiramente com relação à maré, a maré alta, a maré baixa, sempre segue o movimento do mar, ela sempre está em fluxo.
So here we are in the midst of this very fast pull of time.
E nós estamos aqui nesse chamado, nesse fluxo muito rápido de tempo.
We can try and ignore it and think, oh, it'll go away. But unfortunately, it won't.
Nós podemos tentar ignorá-lo e pensar, ele vai embora, mas infelizmente não.
So instead, we should be realistic and solve the problem of time, the time of this world.
Então, ao invés de tentar negar o problema, devemos ser realistas e tentar resolver o problema da existência do tempo neste mundo.
So instead of denying that the time is pulling us, rushing us, as Arjuna said in Bhagavad Gita, he sees that everything is rushing into the jaws of death in this world.
Então, ao invés de tentar negar que tudo está sendo puxado pelo tempo, e admitirmos uma visão tal como Arjuna fala no Srimad Bhagavad Gita, que todos estão sendo tragados para a mandíbula, para a boca do tempo neste mundo.
So instead of ignoring this situation, then the devotees, they face the situation and say, okay, so what is the solution? Surely others have researched to find that solution before us.
Então, ao invés de negar esse problema, os devotos o encaram e buscam uma solução. Certamente, outra pessoa deve ter encontrado essa solução para nós em algum momento.
And this is where Srila Guru Maharaj, he just very clearly says that the scientists, they don't even try to approach this question. So Guru Maharaj says, instead of trying to just mislead everybody, leave the field to us. We will give the solution. We are in connection with that solution to this problem of time.
Srila Guru Maharaj então diz que os cientistas não se aproximaram desse problema da forma adequada e querem resolver eles mesmos. Então Srila Guru Maharaj diz, deixe a solução para nós. Nós temos a solução para esse problema e temos contato com as pessoas que apresentaram uma boa orientação sobre o problema do tempo.
And really, when we hear the recordings, when we read the transcriptions, when we read the books of Guru Maharaj, Gurudev and Srila Prabhupada, there we find the wealth of guidance for how to solve this biggest problem of our life.
E quando nós lemos os livros, as aulas, ouvimos as aulas de Srila Gurudeva, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, nós sabemos que lá está o poço com as águas que podem dar vida para nós e resolver esse grande problema da nossa vida.
And here, if I may, I would like to just play for you some little audio. It's audio of Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Sridhar Maharaj. We listen to it here in the temple before we do a broadcast in the morning. We in the temple room, we listen to this, and it is Guru Maharaj, very sweetly, but very deeply. Anyway, you can hear Srila Guru Maharaj speaking.
Então, o Maharaj gostaria de mostrar para nós um áudio que eles ouviram lá no templo hoje de manhã, muito doce, muito claro, muito apropriado de Srila Guru Maharaj falando e tratando desse problema.
So, I'm going to play the loudspeaker near the microphone. It's not the best arrangement, but this, I hope you can hear sufficiently. And I'll just play a short time. And Rasikananda, you listen as best you can. And if you don't catch it all, don't worry, we'll help you out. But you're the man responsible for delivering Guru Maharaj's words. Okay? Oh, very quiet.
So,
Oh. I touched it with my thumb. Oh dear, wait 1 second. I touched the edge of the screen with my thumb and it turned it. Okay, I think now.
Revered beloved master.
Okay.
Who, for your
The mic, the loudspeaker's here. So here Guru Maharaj is giving invocation.
So I like to produce something for your discussion about our revered beloved master who attracted us from different directions under the shade of his holy feet. He was all exclusively devoted to that of Mahaprabhu. For Sri Chaitanya Dev, he wanted to give to the jiva, soul. Soul was at large. That was his attempt was identified with that. And in scripture we find the Ved, the ancient scripture of revealed truth, the most ancient of all the revealed truth scriptures is Veda. That has been seen as a tree. And the Vedanta, the very substantial portion plucked up from the Veda, Upanishad, and they have been placed in a very argumentative and gradual development way to prove that reason, that our aspiration for the Satchit Ananda, eternity and full knowledge as well as full satisfaction, that is possible. Vedanta has proved that. But that is also hazy to some extent. So Srimad Bhagavatam, Athoyam Brahma Sutrana, the Bhagavatam, the same propounder of Vedanta, he, when having some novel impression from his Guru, Narada Goswami, he gave himself the commentary of Vedanta as he delivered such a good domain to the world. So we are all assembled.
Well, I must have touched the edge of the screen again. Somehow this goes right to the edge. Okay. Anyhow.
Oh, can I translate something, Maharaj?
Yes, who's speaking?
Rasikananda, I'm sorry because my connection is so bad that I'm being expelled from the reunion and then I have to come back again. But
and it's showing. Rasikananda. Ananda Leela Devidasi, the responsibilities on your shoulders. Maybe Ananda Leela can do the responsible service. Rasikananda nods with a smile.
Yeah. Because first I'm sorry, Maharaj. But
no. It's okay. Actually, I played a little longer than I expected. So Ananda Leela did it. Could you understand what Guru Maharaj, Srila Maharaj, what he was saying? Oh, we can't hear you. Your microphone is turned off, turned on, but why can't we hear you? Look in your Zoom preferences and microphone. Zoom. preferences, microphone.
Is it working now?
Yes, working
Yes.
now. Yes.
Rasikananda, did you understand? Do you think you can translate? Because I understood it, but I cannot repeat what he said.
Actually, I'd like
Yes,
you to give a summary, not line by line, because that's not practical in this circumstance.
If you want, Maharaj, I can say something about the message, and then Ananda Lila can catch up and continue the service with you.
Yes, Prabhu. And perhaps if you turn off your video, your internet connection will do better for the sound.
That's
Okay,
great.
Prabhu.
That's great.
Yes.
Okay, I will translate what I could catch from Guru Maharaj's words, and then Ananda Lila can catch up with you. Então, o que Guru Maharaj começou a dizer eu vou apresentar para vocês algumas palavras para apreciação de vocês a respeito da tradição védica. E a verdade a respeito da nossa existência já foi passada pelos Vedas, dos Vedas ela passou para o Vedanta, e do Vedanta ela passa para os Upanishads. E eles vêm dizer para nós algo a respeito de Satchit Ananda, e de que ela existe e que pode ser atingida por nós. Satchit Ananda, então, a consciência universal, a eternidade e a bem-aventurança universal é possível, sim, ela existe e pode ser atingida por nós, mas há uma enorme quantidade, né, de interpretações, e Bhaktisiddhanta nos trouxe a interpretação adequada disso, que pode nos orientar na nossa vida. Então, isso foi basicamente o que foi dito, que eu pude entender e escutar aqui nas minhas idas e vindas.
Prabhu, I think you did very well. Ananda Lila, did he? Was there something that wasn't covered there that you recall?
No, it was perfect. And I think he should continue translating because he does it so well.
Anyway, it's good memory there too. But it's a wonderful talk. Of course, that's the first 2 minutes, and we are hearing a total of 23 minutes, a 23-minute talk. But Srila Gurudev is showing that the only necessity in this world is to give our attention to coming to the land of Sat Chit Ananda, eternality, full consciousness and joy.
O que Guru Maharaj estava dizendo é que a gente precisa colocar toda a nossa atenção, toda a nossa energia em Satchit Ananda. Isso que é o que vai trazer a verdadeira felicidade, a verdadeira alegria para a gente.
And this is why Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur came to this world. And he is the very trunk of the tree that has produced all of us as some fruit, if you like, that we are chanting all over the world and spreading this mission.
Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur veio ao mundo justamente para isso, né? Ele é o tronco do qual a gente vai conseguir expressar alguma consciência de Krishna e distribuir consciência de Krishna.
And such a clear, at the very beginning here, Guru Maharaj said, I'm going to present something to you for your discretion. In other words, you listen to this, you understand if you're going to understand this as a beneficial thing for you, you decide what I'm going to say. It is good for you. And he's presenting so clearly that what is Srila Saraswati Thakur come to give, this is the best thing ever.
E Guru Maharaj, ele fala logo no comecinho, logo na introdução, que isso que ele vai apresentar é muito bom e muito importante para a gente. E que a nossa escolha, né, perceber o quanto isso é importante, o quanto isso é relevante e seguir.
and that nothing else can stop time. Time in this world is a material energy, but time when we come to Krishna's world, it is there in service, and our time then becomes more and more full instead of more and more depleted in our life.
O tempo aqui no plano material, ele é uma energia material e ele vai, nosso tempo aqui vai diminuindo, com o tempo vai diminuindo. Mas no plano espiritual, em serviço a Krishna, acontece o oposto, o tempo vai aumentando cada vez mais.
Anyhow, you are all trying to use your time properly and nicely by coming together each week and hearing some topics from our masters.
A gente está tentando aqui usar nosso tempo de forma adequada, nos reunindo aos sábados e escutando as mensagens dos nossos mestres.
And we have here Purushottam Prabhu, who is using his time in order to come from the States to visit here for a couple of weeks in Italy, and then coming to Thailand for the festivals there for a couple of weeks also. He's got a window of 1 month, and he's using his time for this Sadhu Sangha and Sadhu Seva.
A gente tem Purushottama Prabhu, que saiu dos Estados Unidos para passar algumas semanas na Itália. Saindo da Itália, ele vai para o festival que vai ter lá na Tailândia. Então, assim, esse tempo curto que ele tem de férias, ele está usando da melhor forma possível.
So 3.5 hours ago, I invited him to come and share something with you all. He's a good servitor for many years. He can give a little background perhaps to what gave him inspiration in service. But I like you to meet the devotees. I like him and the devotees here to meet you all, so you can meet the world family.
Apenas há 3h30 atrás, Maharaj convidou o Prabhu para nos conhecer e para que nós conhecêssemos ele, conhecêssemos essa família internacional que a gente tem. E ele também é um ótimo servidor, tá nisso já há algum tempo, e ele tem alguma coisa para compartilhar com a gente.
So I'm waiting to hear also what in 3.5 hours he's come up with to get to share something valuable with you all.
O Maharaj também está curioso para saber o que ele conseguiu imaginar, pensar, preparar para dividir com a gente nessas 3h30.
Over to you. The microphone here, so you need to speak a little louder.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Dandavats. Nice to see everybody. As Maharaj said, he kindly asked me to come share something with everyone. Been here in Italy for a few days. It's a very beautiful place. The ashram is very beautiful and the country is beautiful as well.
Chegou alguns dias atrás, está achando o ashram lindo, a Itália é linda.
Yes, and so the devotees here in Italy are very inspiring. It's coming from Salt Lake City. It's very sweet ashram there too. I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah. And the devotees here, headed by Krishna Kanta Didi and Munindra Prabhu, and Madhusudan Maharaj now, is
I'm a guest.
is very, very sweet and balanced, I find.
O que todo mundo fala da Itália, e o Prabhu está confirmando, é que é um dos lugares mais doces, um dos lugares que os devotos nos recebem com mais doçura. E em Salt Lake City também. E o Prafula, inclusive, já falou isso. O pessoal de Salt Lake City é incrível. Aliás, Prafula, você podia assumir, né? Mas vamos lá.
So before, as Maharaj was telling me, I'm going to be saying something, the idea came in my mind about, kind of going on these circuits where we travel and we see different ashrams and then we get energized from them, and we are seeking the heart's essence in all the devotees to get energized and rejuvenated.
O Prabhu está falando que quando o Maharaj o convidou para falar sobre alguma coisa, ele pensou nessa questão da gente visitar diferentes ashrams e ser energizado pelo que existe no coração dos devotos.
So of course, the famous, well-known emphasis that Srila Gurudev gave, Trinadapi Sunichena, this kind of Abhideya focused practice is something that I'm meditating on quite a lot and trying to improve on.
Muito nessa questão que ele falou, que eu não vou conseguir repetir os termos em sânscrito. Rasikananda, please. Não.
Trinada, piso de Trinada.
Oh. And Abhideya means the process, how we are going.
E Abhideya é o processo, como é que a gente chega lá, como é que a gente faz.
When you use specific words, help okay. them along. Yeah.
So the image came into my mind. This is kind of a funny thing, maybe silly, but it's like a racetrack or a circuit, and there's certain times you get opportunities to get more life to go around the track with more enthusiasm. So this is kind of feeling like that and getting very energized being around here with the devotees.
A imagem que ele tem em mente é como se fosse circuito mesmo, e que em alguns momentos você recebe uma energia extra. E é isso que ele tem sentido lá.
And yes, just I feel like that's kind of the essence of what I could share. You know, we can pour ourselves into the philosophy a lot, which is something that I tend to gravitate towards. But I feel when you've had enough of the philosophy, you go in to realize that the hearts of the devotees are really the living philosophy, and that that's the next stage of the practice in a sense.
Assim, a gente pode, e foi o caso dele, né? A gente pode se aprofundar na filosofia, estudar bastante a filosofia, mas quando você entra em contato com o coração dos devotos, é a filosofia viva ali, então é muito mais potente.
And that brings to mind Gaudiya Leela here, who's very sweet and a good example of that. And there's so many devotees here, but Gaudiya Leela also very special.
Tem muitos devotos lá, mas what's her first name?
Gaudiya Leela.
Adália.
Audarya.
Adália.
Audarya.
Audarya Leela.
Audarya, also in come nearby. And that means the name of distribution, the Leela of distribution, of giving access to Krishna Leela. Madhurya Leela is the sweet pastime of Krishna. Audarya Leela is also sweet, with distribution added. This is Audarya Leela.
O nome dela significa aquela que distribui os passatempos de Krishna, que distribui Leela. E ela, né, pelo que o Prabhu disse, é uma das devotas de todos os devotos doces da Itália, ela está entre as mais doces.
What did you bring to share?
Actually, I wanted to share just a couple of words. First of all, Dandavats to everybody. So, couple amazing devotees came to our temple, because I'm here already for half of year, so I feel it's like home. So they come to us, Purushottama Prabhu and Divya Shakti Didi, and they are on their way to Thailand. And I had absolutely no desire to go to Thailand, but they came, and in the moment when they came, it was some special feeling of festival, you know, that sweet feeling when
Então, a Diri não tinha a menor vontade de ir para esse festival lá na Tailândia, mas no momento em que eles chegaram, né, o Prabhu e outros devotos também, aí já começou o ar todo lá na Vila Govinda já começou a virar festa, já começou a virar festival.
Yeah, and that special feeling of festival when devotees are coming, and even air changes, everything changing everywhere, like a whole environment, like full of some special, like fresh inspiration. I don't know.
Então, assim, o ambiente mudou, o ar mudou e ela sente como se tivesse um frescor, só por conta só não, né? Por conta da chegada dos devotos.
Yes, so I'm just so happy about this. And one more time, I observe that Sadhu Sangha is just the most amazing thing in this poor material world.
E ela está super, super feliz com tudo isso que está acontecendo, e Sadhu Sangha é a coisa mais feliz, mais alegre que a gente pode ter enquanto estamos nesse plano material.
And I really happy to be here, to not to waste my attention. I hope that because when some amazing devotees coming, I feel some special value of moment to be here, and not inside my mind. So I really happy to be here and to have association with Divya Shakti Didi. She's just amazing, and share a lot of heart with me, and that's just amazing example. She's already like much older than me in this mundane years. And she's always her seva mood is something amazing, and I feel myself so lucky to be in her association.
E ela está super feliz de poder, né, usar o tempo dela aí em companhia dos devotos e conviver de perto, inclusive com essa devota da qual ela estava falando, que é um pouquinho mais velha, ou bastante mais velha que ela, e que as duas se aproximaram bastante, que elas conseguiram trocar as coisas do coração mesmo, uma com a outra.
And here on Villa Govinda, we are going on. It's rainy season started, but we continue our trying to preaching, distribution prasadam. And today was a big conference, all-day conference, Krishna Kanta, giving some Harikatha with 15 people, and that's really beautiful.
E aí, apesar de estar começando as estações chuvosas lá na Itália, eles continuam com os programas, continuam fazendo distribuição de consciência de Krishna. Hoje tinham 15 pessoas assistindo uma conferência dada pela Kantidiri, para Krishna Kantidiri.
And one more word about Salt Lake City devotees. They're just extremely amazing. Indulekha also came, and I just want to share with you my joy that it's such a big joy to have Seva with her. I'm so happy to we spent just like a week, but I'm so happy be with her. She's amazing, and also always ready to do everything. And Sankirtan is just the best, what exists in this world, really, like nothing else.
Apesar dos devotos de Salt Lake City estarem lá só apenas há uma semana, ela está assim abestalhada com a disposição deles de fazerem tudo que precisa fazer, do Sankirtan, que ela nunca viu um Sankirtan como esse, enfim, ela está muito, muito feliz de estar podendo passar esse tempo com os devotos.
And actually, I wanted to ask a question to Purushottama Prabhu. I wanted to ask what inspired you, and maybe some even like kind of advice or just your experience how you inspiring to put Krishna in center of your life, because you your interest in this life, like chatur shlokas, studying others, and I'm really sincerely.
Então ela está perguntando, né, qual foi a inspiração para o Prabhu colocar Krishna tão no centro da vida dele, como é que a coisa toda aconteceu, se foi pela filosofia, enfim.
Well, of course, trying to put Krishna there, but realizing as we dig, there's just more layers of ego to get out.
Ele está tentando, mas à medida que a gente vai cavando, vê que tem muitas camadas de ego que precisam sair para realmente conseguir colocar Krishna no centro.
Initially, it was, what I would describe as an existential crisis, realizing this world, I was searching in the wrong direction.
Isso, ele estava numa crise existencial mesmo, né, se questionando o que estava fazendo no mundo, mas ele estava indo pelo caminho errado, na direção errada.
And then, as we were talking the other day, it's just like the kind of the desperate situation of the soul. In that moment, bringing us to the Chatur Shloki, as Maharaj was mentioning, it begins with Lord Brahma's situation and how he's in a desperate situation. And from that position of desperation, the Lord gives him illumination.
Então, assim, percebendo, né, a situação horrorosa, desesperadora da alma, e aí ele se lembrou também da situação do Senhor Brahma, também desesperadora, e quando Brahma se vê nessa situação, o Senhor Brahma se vê nessa situação tão desesperadora, Krishna o instrui.
And it's just these, just being gripped by the beauty of the philosophy, and initially through Srila Prabhupada and the Bhagavad Gita as it is for some years, and searching for Srila Prabhupada to find the lotus feet of Srila Gurudev, actually.
Então, primeiro ele foi capturado, né, pela filosofia, pelas palavras de Srila Prabhupada, e depois foi encaminhado para Gurudeva.
And so we're here, and we're hearing the conceptions given by Srila Guru Maharaj, which are that much more charming. He's known for his charming expressions, and we're finding ourselves charmed.
E agora, né, ouvindo as palavras de Guru Maharaj, que são charmosas, não é um bom termo para a gente, mas enfim, o que me vem à mente. E agora nós estamos encantados, né, as encantadoras palavras e filosofias de Guru Maharaj. E agora nós estamos encantados pelas palavras de Guru Maharaj.
And one more thing is, as you become around the devotees, and we're traveling here and seeing the devotees that have come to Italy from Ukraine, and just observing their service mood and the beauty in their heart. They have long legs for service. They just keep going. They're going the long distance, and it inspires us to do the work inside to try to cultivate our own service mood and truly put Krishna and Guru authentically in the center of our life.
E aí também convivendo com os devotos que vieram da Ucrânia e percebendo o humor deles de serviço, eles usam uma expressão engraçada, né, que os ucranianos têm pernas longas para fazer serviço. Então, observando isso, ele sente vontade de melhorar internamente e aí sim tentar mais ainda colocar Krishna no centro, colocar o Guru no centro.
Hare Krishna. And Salt Lake City is a sweet ashram, and perhaps you know Munindra Mohan here, he renamed it officially in devotee circles as Sweet Lake City.
Então, o ashram de Salt Lake City também é famoso por ser muito doce, a ponto deles terem mudado o nome do ashram, do local, né? Em vez de Salt Lake, Sweet Lake City.
And one characteristic is that lots of new young people have come over the years to the ashram there. literally school, school children, means secondary school children, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, like this, coming from school and joining in to the Bhakti Yoga ashram there.
Uma característica interessante do ashram lá em Salt Lake City é que crianças, jovens, né, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 anos, saindo da escola e indo para lá.
It's called Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mission. So it is
Gurudev called it.
Srila Gurudev Govinda Maharaj gave that name to the ashram there.
O nome é Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mission. Missão de Sri Chaitanya Saraswat. Muito legal. Very nice.
And the youngsters, I mean, America is another planet. I'm not sure about another country, but the youngsters there, they find that in the mat there is something which is not in all of the nonsense which is being taught in school and which is being done by the teenagers. I mean, it's when you hear what happens, when we're shocked, and we try not to be shocked.
As crianças, né, os adolescentes que vão lá, eles descobrem coisas que acontecem lá completamente diferentes do estilo de vida que eles levam normalmente, né?
And one thing, just near their ashram is very close to the center of town. You can walk, I mean, easy walk to the center of town and to the, what's it called? The big
Liberty Park.
Liberty Park is the center of town. And they do regular, sometimes daily Sankirtan from there.
Então, assim, o ashram é muito perto do centro da cidade, dá para ir a pé. Então, muitas vezes, eles fazem Sankirtan diariamente.
Means with mridanga, kartals, and singing in the streets and singing in the park. They go, there's another park, a park with green grass, everything, fairly near to them. I mean, 1 block, as they say in America, down the road. And there they go regularly, even when it's winter, when there were storms and trees were blown down, they're going to the park and making everyone happy.
Independentemente das circunstâncias climáticas, eles vão para o parque, levam os instrumentos e fazem um Sankirtan de peso lá.
And you know, Brazilians, they do like to sing and dance. Don't tell me Brazilians don't like to sing and dance.
Os brasileiros gostam de cantar e dançar.
You're famous for it.
A gente tem a fama.
The Rio Carnival and this and this and this. We hear all sorts of things take place in Brazil. So how about singing and dancing for Krishna?
Maharaj está nos convidando a cantar e dançar por Krishna, não só no Carnaval do Rio.
And maybe Purushottam Prabhu, he's a man of good standing in society. He maybe had a thought or two before he went out on Sankirtan with everybody. Oh. Maybe you could share a little word about your first Sankirtan or something like this. Oh. But wait
I guess he should come here.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, we cancel his return ticket to America.
I'll follow Maharaj there.
Ok.
Pessoal, eu falei que talvez o Prabhu devesse vir nos visitar, passar umas semanas aqui com a gente, porque a gente está devagar, quase parando nessa coisa de Sankirtan, né? Ele disse que se o Maharaj vir, ele vem. Então, acho que a gente tem que se movimentar para isso.
But you live in Salt Lake City, and so you must have thought a little bit before you went out in public chanting. But a few words from you, Purushottam Prabhu.
Well, we've had the good fortune of having some devotees come through. Braja Mohini comes to mind. She's kind of like a Sankirtan general. She leads us out.
Sim, o Maharaj perguntou se ele ficou intimidado, né, na primeira vez que ele teve que fazer o Sankirtan. E ele disse que lá no ashram deles, eles têm a Didi, esqueci o nome dela, mas que ela é um tipo de general do Sankirtan. Ela é boa nisso.
Yes, Divya Shakti also is another Sankirtan leader. So we have the good fortune of also learning how to play the instruments and sing the songs properly from Sudarshan Prabhu and Rai Kishori.
Tem vários devotos lá que puderam ensiná-los a como tocar os instrumentos corretamente, como cantar as músicas corretamente, então isso facilitou bastante.
And I guess, we can understand, just my own experience, limited experience actually, there's the kind of the covering that we kind of accumulate when we don't keep our spiritual practice up. And that covering is, an extension of our false ego, and it makes us want to stay in a comfort zone.
Essa cobertura, né, feita pelo nosso falso ego, quando a gente não está tendo a nossa prática espiritual, que faz com que a gente queira ficar na nossa zona de conforto.
But I know somewhere in the Bhagavatam it says that the true tasters of Krishna consciousness, they will chant loudly and carelessly for what the public may think when they are actually tasting the name.
Em algum lugar no Srimad Bhagavatam está escrito que quem realmente está saboreando os santos nomes de Krishna grita, canta alto, grita em qualquer lugar, independentemente do que a audiência possa estar pensando.
So we may not be chanting the pure name, but we're practicing and we're making an offering and we're conscious of Guru. And if we're lucky and fortunate, which usually you are, almost every single time you go out, you've come back more nourished than you would have if you didn't go.
Então, apesar da gente não estar ainda cantando o nome de forma pura, a gente está tentando, mas provavelmente não está ainda conseguindo, toda vez que a gente sai para um movimento de Sankirtan, a gente geralmente tem sorte e volta mais nutrido do que foi.
And the songs that we sing in the morning, is it Udilo Aruna Maharaj, the 14 worlds, something like that. The holy name comes through all 14 layers and illuminates everything. And, we get something like that. We'll get some kind of taste like that, and it'll be super nourishing to us, and we'll see the whole environment in a much sweeter light.
A canção que eles estavam cantando hoje cedo falava sobre o santo nome atravessar as 14 camadas, e ele de alguma forma ele sente isso quando está fazendo o Sankirtan, ele sente essa força do nome.
And last thing, wherever you are, where you're doing Sankirtan, that city or that place is the most beautiful place in the world.
Sim, aonde você estiver, independentemente de onde seja, mas aonde você estiver fazendo o Sankirtan, aquele lugar passa a ser o mais bonito do mundo.
Hare Krishna. Well, tomorrow, then Purushottam, he's learned how to play the mridanga, the kartals, and to sing. And tomorrow we're going out on Harinam Sankirtan. So we're going to make Lekko into the most beautiful place they don't know yet. Don't tell them yet.
Então o Maharaj está entregando, né, que amanhã eles vão fazer um Sankirtan em Lekko, e Lekko vai se tornar o lugar mais bonito do mundo.
Hare Krishna. And the reality is, whether it's Lekko, whether it's London, whether it's Moscow, whether it's like anywhere, when you see the effect on the people, okay, some people try not to have any emotion at all, but so many people can't help but show emotion, and you brighten up people's lives. They may not know why, but they're seeing the chanting, they're seeing people chanting, and they're hearing the chanting, and they know there's something special there. Inside, they know it.
Independentemente de onde seja, Londres, Lekko, Moscou, você consegue perceber a emoção das pessoas, só de te verem cantando e dançando, mesmo que eles não saibam de onde que isso vem de algum lugar e iluminam eles por dentro. Algumas pessoas tentam ficar sérias, tentam não se emocionar com nada daquilo, mas a grande maioria se emociona sim.
And we have very happily done Sankirtan again and again in Sao Paulo.
E eles fizeram muito Sankirtan aqui em São Paulo.
despite the air. When I was there, I could hardly breathe coming off the plane. I was surprised the trees were still alive. I thought, how can any, I'm surprised that the humans were alive and they were jogging, you know, in their outfits and breathing this poison. Oh, my goodness.
O Maharaj ficou horrorizado quando ele chegou aqui em São Paulo por conta da qualidade do ar. Ele não entende como que os humanos conseguem respirar, como é que as árvores continuam vivas e pior, como é que as pessoas fazem corridinha na rua, né? Respirando esse ar de São Paulo.
But Prafula Krishna did console me and say, well, this is exceptional. The air isn't moving, so it's all staying where all the dirt is staying where it is. Thank you, Prafula. At least I know it's not like that every day.
E o Prafula, na época, né, deu uma consolada, falando, não é sempre assim, é que de vez em quando o ar dá uma parada e a poluição dá uma concentrada, mas normalmente não é assim.
And Tungarasa did in the chat box, she put, drink the pure nectar of the holy name of Krishna. There is nothing but the name to be had in the 14 worlds. Well done. Perfect. Well done, Tungarasa Didi.
Tungarasa Didi escreveu lá no chat, beba o puro néctar do sagrado nome de Krishna. Não existe nada além do nome nos 14 mundos, né, para a gente obter nos 14 mundos.
And not to take that expression lightly, the 14 worlds, all of those higher worlds, everybody wants to go to a higher, a better country, better job, better flat, better this, better that, better planet, most better planet. From the up to down, nothing else to be had except the holy name of the Lord, especially in this age.
Nos 14 planos, né, não existe nada mais importante para a gente obter do que o santo nome. Então, a gente quer, né, um lugar melhor, um país melhor, um trabalho melhor, um planeta melhor, mas em qualquer planeta, o que a gente pode desejar, a única coisa que a gente deveria desejar, a única coisa que vai trazer felicidade é o santo nome.
Anyhow, the chanting of the holy name is going on in Uberlândia, in Sao Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, Campos de Jordão, very much, and around and about in various places in Brazil. And that chanting of the holy name is having much effect on the whole environment, it is sure.
O canto dos santos nomes está acontecendo em todas as cidades, em várias cidades brasileiras, né? Maharaj deu vários exemplos, e isso é o que mais vai purificar o lugar onde ele está sendo cantado.
And now you have the Srila Govinda Maharaj Bhakti Yoga Institute. They're in Uberlândia. So the chanting is beginning inside the institute. But remember, Mahaprabhu first started chanting inside Srivas Thakur's home. And then at a certain time, he came out and with so many people chanted in the streets. So this is step by step for Uberlândia.
Então, em Uberlândia, os santos nomes começam a ser cantados dentro do instituto, ok? Mas Mahaprabhu também começou a cantar os santos nomes, primeiro dentro de um templo, dentro de uma casa, não lembro de quem, que eu já esqueci, mas depois ele saiu cantando para todo mundo ouvir. Então, passo a passo, esse é o futuro, Lilamoy, Prabhu.
If you keep going to Campos de Jordão, then after some time, I think Trivikram Maharaj's heart will become soft and say, okay, I'm going to come to you next time. And then let's see what happens in the streets.
Então, se a gente continuar indo lá para Campos do Jordão, numa próxima vez, o Trivikrama Maharaj é que vai para as ruas também.
Hare Krishna. And would you have any question, especially for either of our two guest speakers today?
Perguntas em especial para os convidados de hoje?
But I think that we got a very good introduction to next week's guest speaker because we should bring Divya Shakti. I didn't want to disturb the evening program, and She was pretty much leading the evening program this evening here in the temple. But next week, let's see if we can draw Divya Shakti to come and share some of her Shakti, some of her energy with you.
É uma boa introdução para no próximo final de semana eles terem a Divya Shakti com a gente.
Hare Krishna.
And I will be with you, Maharaj, next Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay. Yourself and your husband coming here. Wonderful. So then you'll meet them in person. Now you already know who's here. So, well, yes, you're going to have your Brazilian inside man or inside lady right here in Vila Govinda Ashram. Yes. And more will be coming. As Audari Leela said, the festival mood is running, in fact.
Semana que vem eu vou para lá, né, pessoal? E aí vai ter mais gente ainda lá, então vai ser um tremendo festival.
Yeah, we are very lucky to have our special local festival. Very special. Not bad.
And we have a devotee very, very eager to come, who's coming on the 8th also, means a week today, coming on the 8th, all the way from Germany, coming by bus, because they can't come by plane.
Então terão devotos também vindo da Alemanha, e eles estarão indo de ônibus e devem chegar também no dia 8.
And by the way, the day after that, the 9th, is the first day of Kartik, the very special month in the year. The month, really, it's Radharani's month. It's a very special month, and devotees all over the world try to be good for a month. I mean, try to be good all year, but be very good for a month.
E aí, a partir do dia 9, a gente entra no mês de Kartik, que é o mês de Radharani, onde todos os devotos tentam ser muito bonzinhos, pelo menos por um mês, ou melhores por um mês.
And it's a very good day. It's a very good day to start things, to do things spiritual, and it'll be a Sunday, so Saturday, Sunday, next weekend, auspicious weekend. Every weekend is auspicious, but it's going to be an extra special weekend.
Como vai cair no fim de semana, né? Vai ser um fim de semana muito auspicioso. Todos os finais de semana são auspiciosos, mas esse em especial. E é um ótimo momento para começar alguma coisa do ponto de vista espiritual.
Hare Krishna. Prafula Krishna Prabhu, I bet you're driving, aren't you? A few words from you. You must be thinking you should be coming to Vila Govinda and to Thailand.
I am, Maharaj. But I'm also thinking that I should send my Dandavats to Sudarshan and Rai. I don't know if Nishina Chaitanya is still in Salt Lake City, but to him also. And as I talk to people here, I really like the mood of Italy and Salt Lake City, especially. It's very family-like. And so please, when you come back, devotee, to give my Dandavats to Sudarshan and Rai.
And Prabhu, we will see them very soon, because Sudarshan Rai, the 3 children, Sri Leka, Indu Leka, Purushottam, Divya Shakti, all that section from Salt Lake City, including Sri Leka. Oh, Ramsunda also, yes. Maybe I missed somebody else too. They're coming over to Thailand, and
I know.
I'll be happy to give your obeisances and affection in person to them.
I'm happy. Yes, thank you, Maharaj. And to Krishna Kanti Muninda, always Shanti Moy and everybody in Vila Govinda.
All right, we will make a public announcement at the next. I mean, really, we try to do. They know that too. When somebody's saying, "Oh, I'm sending my obeisances to them," then we try, when everyone's together, just to mention, "Oh, we're speaking with such and such," and they're sending their obeisances. So they'll be very pleased, Prafula Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah, same here, Maharaj. And I'm happy that Ananda Lila is going, and people in Brazil are starting to move around a little more. That's so important to get to know the devotees, and that is very inspiring. So that's a good movement that's starting again. So we are all very happy that people are going out and connecting.
And in the meantime, also, I really do encourage, do try to come together, all the devotees, as much as possible, with the excuse of festivals and birthdays or any other excuse you like, really, but to come together and to meet with each other. You'll find that you'll have a wonderful, wonderful extra addition to like sadhu sangha by being in person with the devotees when you can get the chance. Or maybe we need some translation here.
A Nanda Lila is the official one. Mas Maharaj
Você que estava conversando, fala aí, fala aí.
Maybe
Não,
she's official. We probably warn her out.
O Maharaj está dizendo da importância disso, né? Que os devotos se encontram e trocam, e como isso é benéfico para a vida espiritual de todo mundo e para a missão.
And not only coming together, I think one day there will be joyful Harinam Sankirtan in Uberlandia also. I think that day will come.
E ele enfatizou daqui no Brasil o pessoal se encontrar, né? E ele estava dizendo que ele acha que em pouco tempo vai ter um Harinama Sankirtana muito feliz em Uberlândia. Conforme esses encontros vão acontecendo, o movimento vai pegando força.
And as Purushottam Prabhu said, that when we go out and actually do Nam Sankirtan, then afterwards we think, of course I should have gone out on Sankirtan. It makes everybody happy, and we feel like, yes, why would I think I wouldn't go out on Sankirtan?
It's like exercising, Maharaj. You never want to start, but when it's done, you're happy.
There's a good example. Please share that in Portuguese.
E o Maharaj estava dizendo, que o Purushottam estava falando, né, que puxa, como a gente às vezes resiste um pouquinho para começar a fazer Sankirtana, mas depois que você faz, a sensação é tão boa, você está tão feliz. E aí eu comparei um pouquinho com o exercício físico, tipo, que a gente às vezes resiste um pouquinho para começar, mas depois que faz, dá uma felicidade. Só que Sankirtana é muito mais profundo e melhor.
Hare Krishna. Anyway, with this festival spirit in the air, we hope that we can also blow some air in your direction, and you can all get some feel of this. And next week, then we'll be even more in festival spirit, and we shall keep in touch throughout the festivals that are coming up. So don't worry, we are here to try to always keep a happy connection with you all.
E o Maharaj está dizendo agora que os festivais vão começar, ele está esperando que um pouquinho dos ventos dos festivais se espalhem pelo mundo, cheguem aqui também, e ele está certo que isso vai acontecer e que a gente vai se inspirar também cada vez mais para estar engatando nessa marcha com os festivais também, e que todo mundo fica feliz dessa forma.
All right. Anyway, our thanks to Purushottam Prabhu, to Audaja Leela Devidasi, and to each of you, to Rasikananda Prabhu, who we wore his internet out very early. Maybe he wasn't worn out, his internet was worn out. And to Ananda Leela Dedi Prafula, to each of you, we very much appreciate your presence, and we are together happily, and we feel we're together happily. And we're happy to have Raja Sundari and Tungarasa Devidasi from distant corners of the world come to be with us in Uberlandia and Sao Paulo and wherever else you may be in your towns and villages nearby. Jai Shri Gurudev.
Yeah.
Oh, you need Russian? No, you need...
little translation, Maharaj, just little fast. E o Maharaj vai agradecendo todo mundo, a Sikananda, que ficou sem internet rapidinho, mas todo mundo que estava aqui, a Vaja Sundari, a Tungarasa, todo mundo que participou do evento, e lá também, né, o Purushottam e o pessoal que compartilhou. E ele está dizendo que agora a gente vai continuar se encontrando, que para a semana que vem vai estar melhor ainda.
Hare Krishna. We are both saying, Purushottam Prabhu and myself, maybe not Audaja Leela because she speaks Russian, that Portuguese and Russian have a very similar sound to our ears.
Little bit. Brazilian Portuguese, yes, maybe a little bit.
Prabhupada's deep voice too, also.
All right, dear devotees, Jai Srila Gurudev, Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govindadev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Srila Guru Maharaj, Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Raksak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. And Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Rupanuga Guru Vaga Ki Jai. Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. All the Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Acharya Brinda Ki Jai. Jai Srila Bhakti Vijay Trivikram Maharaja Ki Jai. Jai Shri Harinama Sankirtana Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.
Bhakti Maharaj.
Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evascha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Have a good week in Seva. Chant Hare Krishna. Be happy. Hare Krishna.
Jai Maharaj.
Dandava Prabhu. See you all soon. Much appreciate. Everything is very good. Anu Krishna did his dog not listening anymore. Was listening before. Hare Krishna. Dandava devotees.
Dhanyavad.